Welcome to Chasing Tents, everyone. My name is Abby. Thank you so much for joining me. Behind me, I've got two very special R1s, and both have got their unique upgrades, and I'm going to showcase all of them in this video. Welcome back again. Normally I've been called an Aprilia fanboy, but you know what? Secretly, Yamaha R1 has been a bike which I've always kind of yearned, but on the other side, when I go to the track on my Aprilia, the handling and everything just wins over everything. However, I do think the sound of the Big Bang R1 is basically not, I mean, the only thing which comes closer to a MotoGP-ish V4 sound or an Aprilia V4 sound is the Yamaha R1, and I just love the way it comes out of corners. Love the slide control and love so many things about it. So let's have a look at these two bikes behind me and what's special about the bikes. Welcome back, everyone. Now these two R1s are just about to be loaded to go to Mugello racetrack in Italy. I was meant to go there as well, but as you've seen, my Chasing Tents Aprilia V4 has gone through such extensive work after my crash. I couldn't really afford to go Mugello anymore, so I sold it to a friend, and also with all this corona and everything, I kind of chickened out a bit. But anyways, we will go to Mugello one day, and I will go to Mugello one day. However, these two bikes are being loaded for Mugello, and I thought before they get loaded and go to Donington, I'm going to show you the upgrades, what a kind of road and track spec bike looks like, and what a near British super stock bike looks like. Both same brand, both R1s. Quirky, different upgrades on both of them, and I think it'll be really good for people who are in, say, novice interest group who've just started to go on the track with their R1 to kind of get a really good picture of what upgrades are great on the track, and then you move on to something like that when you get really better, so you make use of the practical upgrades. Anyways, let's start with the first bike, which is the Yamaha R1 2015-2016 spec. Now, first things first, we've got Brembo HPK discs and we've got Light-Tech protection. Now, I've always been a massive advocate of protection. This bike has gone through, as you can tell, some gravel, deep gravel at Rockingham, went upside down, and if it wasn't for this Light-Tech protection, all this would have been damaged, and you can tell not much has been damaged there. And obviously this is brand new now since the crash, which was last year. Brembo HPK discs, the person who owns the bike has kept the same calipers, and he hasn't deleted the ABS as well, and it's never caused him a problem. He is a fast novice rider, so faster times in the novice group, and ABS has never caused him a problem. So sometimes it's not important straight away. As soon as you see some people talking about the woody feel of the R1 brakes or some kind of spongy feel, you kind of don't need to go out there and start changing pistons or start upgrading calipers unless it starts really bothering you. Anyways, let's move on to further upgrades. So suspension is standard, it's got lights, it's got the Brembo RCS Corsa quarter, and now that's really helped with some, you know, real good braking, and still, like I said, that still doesn't cause him the ABS intervention, so it's absolutely fine. So other upgrades we've got here is a Domino quick traction throttle with a red cam, which is fantastic. White is very, very aggressive on the racetrack, and it's fantastic, but the gentleman who's put the Domino quick action throttle just didn't want super aggressiveness straight away. Here we've got GB protection, standard, you know, Light-Tech protection here, and Light-Tech oil cap. Then we've got a Kropovich slip-on with the mid-pipe, a little bit of damage there, just kind of gravel rash. And rest, we've also got on this bike a full Woolwich tune. Now, Woolwich auto blipper and also Woolwich launch control. And you know what, the bike with that Woolwich map and everything feels absolutely brilliant. Now there are a number of options for kind of auto blippers and quick shifters on this bike, and I think Woolwich is one of them. But it comes with a tune as well, so you can tune the bike with your auto blipper and quick shifter. And if you're wondering what this is for a Warrior stand, so you can jack the bike up in your garage for winter time, so you don't get any flat spots on your tires while the bike is parked in the winter. Again, a carbon cover here would have been fantastic, but obviously no one kind of prepares themselves for a crash. It just eventually, unfortunately, happens. Light-tech stuff with Harris stand goes really well. It just jacks the bike up pretty good. Light-tech, again, rear swing arm protection, great if you're just going to the track. Some more GB protection there, and you've also got some lighter protection in the front. So this R1 is fantastic for someone who's just going, just starting their track days, and they want some kind of comforts like auto blipper and quick shifter and stuff like that. With a proper Woolwich tune. But on the other side, you've also got some practical upgrades which help the bike from crashes. However, you know, going to the next level spec, we've got that bike, and this is the kind of British super stock level bike, and it's got all sorts of upgrades which I'm going to mention now, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised to see how this bike differs to the other bike, and how some of the upgrades just are on another level and really kind of is the creme of the creme when it comes to a proper fast super bike for a fast group chap. All right, let's talk about this super stock spec R1. Now, the bike is absolutely brilliant. The list is so long that I've got a notepad in my hand to go through everything. Now, 2015 R1 this is, with only 6,000 miles on the clock and only one previous owner. The previous owner had actually had the engine rebuilt by Sam Palmer from Palmer Performance, and the engine was refreshed by KT Motorsport. Super Kev, who doesn't know Super Kev? Now this has got the full R1 Works wiring loom, and the work has been done by ECU Dynotrack Electronics. 205 bhp this produces, and this has got a FT ECU blipper quick shifter. Both race and road shifts are there, and people know with R1 how easy it is to shift from road and road to race. ABS has been deleted on this one, and the calipers we've got are the Brembo GP4 RS calipers with Brembo master cylinder 18x19, and also we've got Brembo brake levers and ORO discs in the front, and Brembo Z04 pads, and everyone knows how well Z04 pads kind of perform on the racetrack, and their life is absolutely brilliant. Now, apologies for the change of sound. I've had issue with the mic, so I've had to record some of the stuff later on. We've got full carbon light-tech lever guard here, which is great as a safety feature, but also acts fantastically when you've had a crash. It protects a lot of the front. Now, in the front forks, we've got K-Tech DDS cartridges kit, which is fantastic, and at the back, we've got K-Tech rear DDS Pro shock. We've got all-in steering damper in the front, which has been revalved, and we've got YEC World Superbike clip-ons, which are wider, so it gives you better leverage when you're on the track and so on. Now also we've got a Van Hill quick action throttle with also a Jet Prime ignition switch, so your key is gone and you're left with a lovely red button, which is brilliant. Just kind of press it, start, and you're gone. Bikes also got a tracker for safety feature as well. Now we've got motor holder rear subframe, which is much lighter than your OEM rear subframe, because you don't carry anyone at the back on the racetrack, so it doesn't need to be heavy and super duper durable, because you're not carrying any pillion on the racetrack, as I said earlier. Now also next we've got motor holders front fairing, which is with also carbon air intakes, which look brilliant. Now we've also got swing arm extension on the rear. Now this gives a greater stability on a straight. Now Mugello has a lovely long straight, so it will give lovely stability on the racetrack. We've also got Samco sport hoses, and also we've got crash protection, which is GB covers all around the bike. We've also got GB bullet frame sliders, and the whole bike has got titanium nuts and bolts everywhere. It's just full of it, so really lightweight stuff. The bike is very lightweight. I also like this lightweight light tech rear sets. End part is very grippy, and you can really put pressure on the end part of this rear sets, and they really grip your shoe on the racetrack. You know, you're putting pressure on it, the bike turns really well. You know, I've ridden an R1 with these on, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, other parts on the bike is at the rear. This little teeth thing, you put the chain there, pull that part, and you can really, with the quick wheel change kit, really change the wheel real quick within seconds. And I really like this part. You know, you've got some light tech bits there, you've got some Evotech carbon GP lifters there, and some carbon protection there, also the swing arm protection, which I really like. Now we get back to the normal audio as magically the mic starts working again. I don't know how. Chain adjusters, you got racing, driven, endurance cups. You got new chain and sprocket from Talon. Now this is a 525. The guy didn't go for the 520 because he really wanted some kind of weighted stability at the back, because he said he found 520 just used to worn out pretty quick. Now he might be running super soft aluminium ones or super light ones, and he probably thought the 525 is actually better weightage. You've got GP style lifters, you've got Litec fuel cap, you've also got a tank cover, obviously with the full CRC fairing kit, and you've got Piper Works full exhaust on the bike all the way to the back, and obviously double protection for the exhaust, because you know what, when the bike falls, one of the first things which gets damaged is the exhaust. So it's got two RNG protections there. Like I said to you, it's got stomp grips with the tank cover. Now tank cover comes in real handy, because as you can tell from this bike, it's been in a gravel, and that gravel rash is absolutely nasty. So I would say to anyone who's taking their bike on the track, definitely put a tank cover on. Also, the bike has got the R1M spec CCU system, so you can, you know, all the data logger and telemetry and everything, you can have a look. Another protection is Bonamici protection for the dash. Now, you know what, if you've been watching my videos, you know my dash got damaged in a crash. So having dash protection is fantastic. You know what, I might have missed one or two kind of upgrades there. I know, did I mention the full carbon covers on the swing arm and the chassis and the rear carbon protection? You know what, I still think I might have missed one or two upgrades, but this is a fantastic bike, you know, and it's going to be jello. It's going to be on Avon slicks, which Focus Events are actually promoting at the moment. Avon slicks, £180 for a pair of Avon slicks, which my friend from MVM Performance, Cal here, is going to run, and I'm going to give you some update on those slicks as well, to see how the slicks are. I'm running Metzeler's TD at the moment, so we're trying different slicks in our group at the moment. Some people have got Bridgestone VO2, some people are running Dunlops. I'm running Metzeler's, he's going to be running Avons. So one day we're all going to sit together and see if we can get some feedback for, you know, we got people in novice groups in our group, we got people in inter group, we got people in fast group, so I can give you real good feedback on everything and anything. I hope you liked this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I really wanted to showcase two bikes with two specs, where one which is a super fast spec bike for a fast rider, the other one what practical upgrades you really need when you're going on the racetrack. So I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time and not skipping and watching the whole video. If you like my work, please do subscribe to the channel. I can hear an R1 there, I think. So please, guys, do subscribe to the channel, like the video if you do find it interesting, and if I have missed out anything on these bikes, I do apologize, but I've tried my level best to explain everything to you, you know, and quick wheel change kit and everything. I think I probably missed that one, but anyways, guys, look after yourself, take care, stay safe. Thanks for watching.